So the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer just came out. I'm literally just finished watching it and there's so much to cover. From the cinematography to the direction to the new suit to the new powers that Spider-Man's getting. There's so much things to cover in this trailer. And this trailer got me hyped, I'm just gonna say that. I find it kind of weird that this movie is coming out in like July, which is like a couple of months away. And they're only now releasing trailer. But I guess when it comes to Spider-Man, they can do that because Spider-Man's that type of character that just has mass appeal and that we all want to see. And we all can't wait to see this character back on screen. Now, how I saw this trailer was basically we're catching up with Peter and where he's at with his life. And he's trying to make MJ and Ned his friends again, but it's not really working out. I guess because he still feels guilty that he doesn't want to put their lives in danger and expose the fact that he's Spider-Man to them. But at the same time, he's still lonely. He still wants to have human connection. Because it appears like throughout this trailer, he has no one to talk to. He doesn't even look like he has friends. It looks like he only does one thing, and that's be Spider-Man. To his own health and safety. Because if you look at this trailer, he looks beaten up in certain shots. One thing that I'm really hyped about this movie is that Dustin Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi, is directing this movie. I can't wait to see how he implements his choreography from Shang-Chi into Spider-Man, because I'm telling you, the fight scenes are going to be crazy. Also, judging from this trailer alone, I think that this Spider-Man movie will have some of the best cinematography that we've ever seen. That beginning shot where Spider-Man's upside down is so cool, and the shot where you see inside of Peter's mask and you see his eye reflection. It's shots like that that give me hope that Dustin Daniel Cretton will be the best pick for this movie. I'm not going to say that the previous Spider-Man movies that Tom Holland was in had bad swinging, but I do think that they lacked. I just think that they're not comparable to something like TASM 2, where you really feel like you're Spider-Man, you feel like you're swinging along with him, and that the scenes are dynamic and they're shot well and they had intention behind them. And that also goes with the fight scenes. I think that the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy didn't have the best fight scenes in terms of like hand-to-hand combat. I think the best one that we got was Green Goblin vs Tom Holland Spider-Man, where they both go crazy. But with this movie, I'm really hoping that Daniel puts his Shang-Chi action scenes all over this movie. It's interesting that the dynamic between Spider-Man and Peter Parker in this movie, because as we see, Spider-Man's receiving the key to the city. He's looked at as a hero, everyone loves him, but the contrast is that Peter Parker is like miserable, he's depressed, he has no one to talk to, like I said earlier. And you can tell that he's really wanting to have MJ and Ned back in his life. And then we see Spider-Man trying to stop the convoy that we saw in the behind scenes earlier last year. And we see the Punisher arrive. And I can't wait to see these two's dynamic in the movie. I want Frank Castle to call Spider-Man Webhead in this movie at least once. I'm really hoping that happens. But to me, it looks like the Punisher's trying to hunt down this convoy. And you know how Punisher goes, he's trying to kill them. And maybe Spider-Man's trying to convince Frank not to kill them, but he doesn't want to listen, which is probably why they're at odds with each other. Spider-Man doesn't want to kill the people, but Punisher, you know what he wants to do, he wants to murder them, man. And the way that Spider-Man calls him Frank, it's clear to me that this is not the first time that they've met. Clearly they've had some altercations before, which is a good thing. I like that the Marvel is taking advantage of the universe and they don't have to always make these characters meet for the first time. They can speak to each other outside of the movies, you know what I mean? I just have to say this about the Spider-Man suit. That suit is so good looking, man. It's so simple in design. I think that Tom Holland's previous Spider-Man suits kind of looked too complicated, and I'm glad that this one's taken a step back and making it more simple in design. And I'm happy that they're using bright colours. They're not shying away from the red and the blue. They're really going all out with the colours, which I appreciate. I know some people don't like the fact that Spider-Man isn't just in his own movie by himself. He has to share screen time with Hulk and Punisher. He can't just be in a movie by himself. And I understand where people are coming from, but in my opinion, I think that that's what you have to do. This is a universe at the end of the day, and we want to see these characters interact with each other. Punisher and Spider-Man is a pairing that we've never seen on the big screen before, and I think it's a dynamic that can bring something new to the MCU and keep it fresh and new, instead of Spider-Man being by himself again. Then we go to the most interesting part of the trailer, in my opinion. That's when Spider-Man develops what it looks like organic webs. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tobey Maguire had organic webs, and it wasn't like that previously. Spider-Man had always had mechanical web shooters, but because of this Tobey Maguire movie and him having organic webs, and it introduced people to that idea, and they incorporated that into the comics, And I remember specifically it was because of Cindy Moon, who's Silk, and them two ended up. And as for the organic webs, I know that they manifested in a cocoon, just like we saw in this trailer. I know some people might not like the organic webs and they're liking to have web shooters, but they both have the pros and cons. With the organic web shooters, they can never run out, so it gives the writer an excuse to always say that he always has webs on him. But with the web shooters, they can run out and they can put Spider-Man in compromising situations, and they make it more interesting because he has to figure out a way to find a better way to fight. Now, I'm wondering what causes that mutation, because you can see that later on in the trailer he goes to Bruce Banner to speak about his mutation and what's happening and what's going on with him, because we can see that Bruce is running scans on Peter's biology and we can see that it's changing. And we have Bruce Banner in this movie. I'm not going to spoil anything because there have been certain images that have been going around the internet. But all I'm going to say is that we're going to eat. If you're a Hulk fan, you're going to eat. I also noticed that in this scene, Bruce is not Smart Hulk, he's just regular human Bruce. And as we can see, he has the same device he had on with She-Hulk. So it makes sense why he's not Smart Hulk. And also they didn't want to pay CGI artists to make him Hulk because that would have cost too much. As for the main villain of this movie, I actually don't know who it's going to be. We see someone that's clearly mind controlling people and influencing their behaviour, but I don't know who it could be. Maybe it's Mr. Negative, but I don't know. But a villain that we do see and that we've been waiting for years is we finally have Scorpion in this movie. After spending years in that jail cell, we finally have Scorpion that's wearing his armour. There's so many shots in this movie that they recreate from classic Spider-Man poses, like this one. Now, one thing that I did notice about this movie is that there's a lot of like minor villains that are going to be in it. I think you have the Boomerang Don, I don't know what his name is, and I know the other one's called the Tarantula, but it looks like Spider-Man's going to fight some very minor villains that will lead him to the top. We know that Tombstone's going to be in this movie as well. I'm really curious to see who's in charge and if they're all in cahoots or if they're all working independently to kill Spider-Man. Because it looks like at the end he's fighting the Hand, the Daredevil villains. But yeah man, I'm hyped. This is probably going to be a short video because I'm just trying to break down my thoughts, my immediate thoughts of the trailer. Let me know what you guys think and I hope you have a good day. Subscribe for more and thanks for watching.